Hello everybody, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. Today we have, shit, not that. Where is it? Where is he? Is it just gonna be the whole thing again? Well, who cares? It's this boy, Vegito, okay? That's who we're going through right now, alright? We're gonna try to make this as fast as possible, but these are new Legends Limited characters, so they're gonna take quite a bit of airtime, okay? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into this. Alright. Strengths. Number 1 new feature, auto counter nullification. Max out the unique gauge to nullify enemy auto counters and special cover changes. After transforming, you can activate this effect again by using special arts, or if the unique gauge is full, by entering the battlefield. Number 2. Combo capability with max unique gauge. Additionally, filling the unique gauge to max will also nullify unfavorable element factors, card destruction effects, and key reduction effects. You'll be able to dish out some frighteningly powerful combos. Number 3, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Transformation. Restore the vanishing gauge by 100% with the main ability, plus you'll recover 50 ki, gain 50% health, and if you have 3 or fewer cards, you draw 2. Face down even the fiercest foes with Legends Limited Vegito, the future-saving fusion warrior. Let's go! I'm getting both my favorite characters. Both my favorite teams are getting characters, Future and Fusion, and one of them's a Goku Black, so it's amazing. He's tagged green. He's for Future Trunks Saga. His Z ability is tagged Future, Fusion Warrior, and God Ki. Okay, it is 38% to tag Future, Fusion Warrior, or God Ki base strike and blast attack, and 18% to tag Future base strike defense during battles. Strikes have armor and charge through blast armor. Okay, so they have blast armor and impact. They're normal strikes. They just have, it's what every fusion has. Blasts, land a blast to increase your blast damage the enemy receives. Impact inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received for 10 timer counts. Okay. Special move. Land the special move to greatly reduce the enemy's ki. You'll even destroy their cards and reduce their Dragon Balls, making it even harder for them to start a counterattack. Deals massive impact damage, plus 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation. Applies the following effects to enemies on hit. Randomly destroys 3 cards, reduces ki by 50, reduces Dragon Balls by 1, activates once, blast armor when charging forward. Okay. His green card. This special arts will greatly reduce the enemy's health restoration, so use it against troublesome opponents that like to recover tons of health. Randomly draws 1 new card, restores own health by 15% and ki by 50, charges own unique gauge by 20%, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, shortens ally substitution count by 1, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 50% to health restoration for 10 timer counts. Transform into Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. You'll even restore the vanishing gauge by 100%. Transform into Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores own health by 50% and ki by 50. Restores own vanishing gauge by 100%. Cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions requirement. 20 timer counts must elapse. That's one hell of a fucking main ability. Holy fuck. Alright, unique ability 1. Boost your damage inflicted higher and higher by using strike or blast arts. Plus, for the first 30 timer counts of the battle, Vegito has a buff that will nullify enemy special cover changes. So use that chance to go on the offense. Note that if the enemy activates a auto counter or evade action, their ki will be reduced by 100, and all enemies' arts cost will be increased by 20. Vegito is tremendously strong against auto counters. Fuck your auto counters. That's what he just said. Oh my god. Applies the following effect to self when battle starts. Plus 150% to damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 70%. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. -5 to arts cost. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover for 30 timer counts, all of which can't be cancelled. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Restores on key by 30. Plus 80% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. Activates once. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade -15% to strike and blast arts power for 10 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade -30% to special move, ultimate, and awakened arts power for 10 timer counts. Oh my goodness, holy shit. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card. So both of them. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer. Activates once. Activation count resets after switch. Restores on key by 10. That doesn't activate once. That's every time. And 15% of damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. That's also every time. That's pretty fucking good. This guy's looking tasty, boys. He's looking amazing. The following effects occur when... the following effects occur when enemy activates auto counter or evade action. Activates once. Plus 50% to own unique gauge charge rate. Cannot be cancelled. Shortens own allies substitution counts by 5. Reduces enemy key by 100. Cancels enemies attribute upgrades and buff effects. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20% to all arts cost for 5 timer counts. Activation count is shared before and after transformation. Holy shit. This guy is crazy already. We still have a whole other unique ability to go through. We didn't know that he fucking got rid of all of their key. That's crazy. Unique ability 2. Has a special cover change against strike arts. Unfavorable element factors for damage sustained will be nullified when Vegito is hit by an enemy arts attack, and health will be restored as well. If Vegito's health was also reduced to 50% or below, then the unique gauge will be charged up by 50% one time only. Nullifies unfavorable element factors, auto counters, and special cover changes when you max out the unique gauge. Fill it up quick to start an oppressive offense. Knocks back enemy to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts. Activates during assists, comboable with a special move. The following effects will occur every time when hit with an enemy's arts card while this character is on the battlefield. Activates once. Restores on health by 10%. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 10 timer counts. Shortens ally sub count by 1. Reduces enemy key by 20. Activation count resets after character switches. Okay, so you get all this back once he switches. I was wondering why the hell they'd only, like, do it once. That made no sense. But yeah, this is really fucking good. The following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below after being hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Activates once. Restores own health by 20%. Charges own unique gauge by 50%. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 30%, plus 30 to all arts costs for 5 timer counts. How does that happen? When he, oh my god. Where is that? So if they get you below 50% health and then you stop their gauge, their things cost 50 more. They cost 50 more? Oh my god. They are not using a single fucking card. Holy shit. Slightly charges on unique gauge every time this character uses an arts card while they're on the battlefield. I think this is basically just ultra hit. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. Randomly draws 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores health by 30%. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. Cannot be cancelled. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for 5 timer counts. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies destroy card effects. Reduce key effects. And hold on. Okay, so it nullifies enemies destroy card effects and reduce key effects for 5 timer counts both. And then applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies auto counters, evade actions, and special actions that activate when changing cover for 10 timer counts. The following effects occur when Enemy activates a ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush while this character is on the battlefield. Activates 3 times. Shorten ally sub count by 5. Cancel enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects. Holy fuck. Oh, and then we gotta go through Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegito. Okay. So the blue one. Still has blast armor. Same blast. I think this is the same blue. This is very different. This special arts can now nullify... Wait, did this say anything? Oh, okay. So the blue card gains the ability to pierce enemy endurance effects. Or just say that? Oh, it's right here. Nullify enemy. The blue card now gains nullifies enemies restoration when it reaches 0 effect. So no more endurance for the enemy. The special arts can now nullify enemies' auto counters and special cover changes on hit. It can now draw an arts card too. The following effects upon activation: restoring health by 15% and 50 ki. What was it beforehand? Okay, it was 20% for unique gauge. Applies the buff effect, nullifies enemies' auto counter, evade actions, and special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 timer counts, shortens ally sub count by 1. I think the bottom half of these are new. I can't actually tell. The following effects occur on hits. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer, inflicts enemies with minus 50%. I remember that. And then it's comboable with everything. Okay. Cool. This one's main. Oh boy. Like pre-transformation, restore vanishing gauge by 100%. So, oh my god, he does it twice? In addition, you'll get an uncancelable buff to damage inflicted and draw even more special move arts. Draw special move arts next. Restore on health by 30% and ki by 50. Plus 20% the damage inflicted can't be cancelled. Restore on vanishing gauge by 100% again. Cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Seals enemies ultimate and awakened arts. The sealed arts can't be used for 5 timer counts. 15 timer counts must elapse. Oh my lord. Holy fuck. His unique ability 1. If the unique gauge is full when you enter the battlefield, nullify unfavorable element factors, card destruction effects, and key reduction effects. Transforming will buff Vegito's offense and defense, such as by adding the ability to draw cards when you use a strike or blast cards if you have 3 or fewer, or by reducing impact, explode, and slice damage received. Applies the following effect to self after transforming. 30% of damage inflicted, 60% to key recovery, reduces impact, explode, and slice damage received by 15%. All can't be cancelled. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield or transforms. Restores own ki by 30, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 15% to strike and blast arts power for 10 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 30% to special move, ultimate, and awakened arts power for 10 timer counts. Holy fuck. Okay. Just because he entered the battlefield, fuck you. Also applies the following effects to self if this unique gauge is full. Nullifies unfavorable element factors, applies buff effect, nullifies enemies destroy card effect, reduce key effect for 5 timer counts. Also, he has the auto counter, evade actions, and changing cover bullshit. He says, nah, I'm gonna keep beating your ass actually. I didn't ask you. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card. Restores own ki by 10%, plus 15% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Randomly draws 2 new cards when this character uses a strike. 2 new cards? When this character uses strike or blast cards, if you have 3 or fewer cards and the unique gauge is full, activates once. We'll reset after switch. Okay. Holy fuck. The following effect occurs when enemy activates auto counter or evade action activates once. I think this is the same. 50% on unique gauge charge rate, shortens ally sub count, reduces enemy ki, cancels attribute upgrades, inflicts all enemy with attribute downgrade plus 20. Yep. Activation count. Yeah, I think this is the exact same. If you're hit by an enemy arts attack and the unique gauge is full, you'll get an additional reduction to impact, explode, and slice damage received here as well. Knocks enemy back to long range if performed against their strike arts. Special move, same thing. The following effects occur Blah, 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 blah. Shortens low stamina count by 1. I think this is all... Yeah, I think this part's the same. Also reduces impact, explode damage, and slice damage received by 15 counts for 5 timer counts. Resets after switch. Okay. And then the very bottom part. The following effect occurs if owner health is 50% or less. This is another restore health by 20, charges 50, 30, okay. That seems the same. I think this is new. Slightly charges own unique gauge every time this character uses an art card. Yep. 3 or fewer. The buff effects. The following effects occur when enemy activates an ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush while this character is on the battlefield. Activates 3 times. Shortens ally sub count by 5. Cancels enemy attribute upgrade buff effects. Holy shit. Listen, guys. After reading all this, I gotta say, I remember basically nothing about it except for the fact that he has a fuck ton of drawing just because he exists. His comboing can't be stopped now because he says fuck your he just says fuck your gauges, your counters, your standing still in the back, your unique gauges, your MUIs, literally everything. He just says fuck that, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you like I intended to. No cover changes either. I mean, this guy's broken. I will certainly be summoning for him. But first we gotta get to the guy who I actually want to summon for. This guy I'm gonna summon for after I get Goku Black. So we're gonna see you in the Goku Black video. Bye!